motivate, 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 motivate.
I'm feeling alive, I'm feeling alive. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jeffrey Kiwi.
You know your boy, the official odd one.
And we're about to talk about some positive topics and send out a message. You already know.
Impact that we see out there in the streets. Like, you know what I mean, Jeffrey? Like, honestly, these days, like just for example, you know, I go to work, you know, I feel so good going to work, and then you got this one person comes in with with this negative, you know, vibe. Like, honestly, you wake up in the morning, you don't want to be having that kind of impact on people, because they say the first impression is what lasts. You get what I mean? And like, honestly, you don't really want to have that kind of impression towards the people in the environment that you're gonna be around for a certain.
For example, like for me, like when I go to work, I bring this kiwi. Everybody's like, what the hell is up with this kiwi? The kiwi is what motivates me, you know, like whenever I start eating kiwi, it's just like, yo, what is up with this guy and this kiwi? He just likes it, and everybody wants to know the backstory on it. Or I just make a weird joke, and then they find out about the joke, and it's just like, huh. Next thing you know, that guy is coming with another joke. Like,
exactly.
You see, it's the energy. The energy that you bring is what surrounds you. You know, what he was saying, like your energy can literally impact somebody's life. And I'm just that type of person that, let's say, there's a trash on the ground, and you'll see like 20 people walk by it, and I'll be that one person where I pick up the trash. You know, I'll make my time to pick up the trash and throw it in the trash. And that makes me feel good, honestly. Not a lot of people think that way, but I just be like, damn, I know everybody saw this trash.
Definitely.
And it makes me feel good just picking up that trash and just throwing it out there. And I like doing positive things like that because you just never know who's watching you, you know?
Definitely.
A lot of people pick up your energy. And that's what I basically got to send out there, you know?
And you know, the funny thing is, the people who are going through a lot these days, it's hard for people to reach out to them because they don't show that part that they're suffering from. They're suffering from depression, they're suffering from stress, they're suffering from so much things that's happening, you know. I allow people to live like that, you know, and you see that they're going through all that. And for us, we're trying to see how best we can, you know, be the light for them in this sense that we can actually change that, because as you know, rest in peace to our fellow friend Matt Miller. You know, he was going through one of that rough moment, and you know, no one was there for to help him. And one of the biggest thing that he really was facing, and no one really saw that, was depression.
Yo, depression is one of like the biggest thing in the U.S. Not a lot of people know about it. Like, there's people, you can be in a room full of people like cheering you up and this and that, but at the end of the day, when you go home, it could be a big thing because you don't have somebody calling you, letting you know that, hey, you made it home safe. But we do this type of things. We make sure we get home. Like, for instance, Owen, whenever we go out and have a good time, he makes sure I get home. He makes sure I set my alarm. You know, make sure I set my alarm because I gotta go to work the next day. Like, you can't just take the brother home and not say, hey, don't worry about working tomorrow, because you do gotta work. And depression is one of the biggest things that people suffer, and nobody knows about it until you actually talk to them. So if you ever if you see somebody having like a downtime, just try to talk to them, because half the time people are not gonna come up to you. People that are having depression are not gonna come up to you and actually express themselves. Just try to reach out to someone, you know.
You know, especially in this time, like no one, as I explained earlier, no one really likes to explain themselves what they're going through, because they feel like someone might judge them.
Yeah, it makes them feel uncomfortable.
Exactly. You know, and for me, if I have a problem, I'm not gonna go out there and tell like, hey, this is what I'm going through, because not everyone is gonna be there to listen to me, and not everyone's gonna be like, yo, understand how I feel. You know, that's the reason why Jeffrey said, like, whenever he leaves from my spot or whatever, we had like a little get together and he drinks too much or whatever the case might be, and if he's going through a moment, I would tell him, yo, hit me up, we can talk about stuff. You know what I mean? But I'm just trying to tell you guys, if you guys are ever facing anything, always try to find that one person.
Yeah, just try to find that person that you're most feel comfortable with, because you know, you don't try to feel alone. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because being alone is actually it's kind of weird. Like especially on the holidays, you know, like a lot of us in Anchorage, Alaska is a big like. How do I say this? There's a lot of people from everywhere. There's a lot of races that don't have their family together. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let's say for me, I got family members all over the East Coast, and half the time I'm here by myself, and I got friends around me that I can just, you know, kick it with, and actually like they make me feel like family. So
definitely, and it's like for me, I'm from a different country. I'm being here. It's kind of hard to live in this kind of environment, this kind of different culture, you know. And but one thing I learned is that when I'm in my moment, like I'm not gonna always sit around do certain things and, you know, feel left out. And definitely doing this is gonna help me to help you become a better person and trying to figure out ways in which you can take to eliminate yourself from being depressed. And I actually have a few topics I want to go over that really falls under depression, because as you know, when you go into the fact that you're depressed, or you know you're going through that moment, you kind of, you know, you kind of take stuff to reduce that feeling. And honestly, that's not reducing the feeling, that's you abusing yourself and abusing the situation at the moment in time. So as you can look, depression, which is the big topic, and the first one that falls under depression, whenever you're into that moment, you start to drink. The drinking is to eliminate that feeling that you're having at a moment, but it's just for the moment in time. You get what I mean? And it's not gonna eliminate it, but it helps you to remove this from that loneliness or from that point in time of where you're feeling right now. But that's not good, because drinking is absolutely not the best cause for that. The next one is smoking.
Smoking, yeah.
As you know, 70% of America smoke, and this is not because they smoke because of it's a fun thing to do, or it's because they want to fit in. Sometimes they do it because they're depressed. And when you're depressed and you smoke,
it becomes a habit.
Exactly, and because you're constantly doing it, it helps you to feel more alive. But honestly, that's not helping you. That's only finding excuses.
You know, comforting you.
Exactly, only comforting you for that specific time.
Yeah.
The next one is taking drugs.
Taking other drugs, like other drugs than marijuana. You know, like bigger things. You know, going to a bigger level and whatnot. Not being super specific about it, but in your mind it's helping you. You know.
Yeah.
But depression is actually something that you can't really like forget right off the bat, you know?
It's a step-by-step.
It's a step-by-step, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, as I tell Jeffrey, like, whenever we're going through moments, yo, I'll be like, yo, listen, man, this is what you need to do, and this is what you can do in order for you to become.
We help each other out.
And you know what I mean? You don't need to have a family member around to help you. You don't need to have a friend around to help you. You just need to find someone who you can trust.
Yeah, somebody that you're comfortable talking to. Because like even your own family, like your family can be there, but at the same time, you don't feel comfortable telling your family your business because not everybody wants to know your business like that. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's just like try to find somebody that you're comfortable with. And somebody that's gonna respect you. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. And if you feel like there's no one in this world to help you, there's always a therapist. You just go to the therapist. They would definitely help you in making you become a better person.
But you know what? More than anything, I want to challenge you guys to do a good deed for the week. Like help somebody out, get the homeless some good food, something to make somebody happy, not other than you.
Definitely. You know, my challenge to everyone who's suffering from a depression or suffering from some form of causes in today's society, try to change your regular schedule.
Do something different.
Do something. Go to the gym, if that's going to help you.
Exactly.
Find something that you can do. If you like music, make music. If you like drawing, you can do drawing. If you like doing whatever makes you happy,
get out of your comfort zone. You know, find a different distraction. For me, like I do drawing, I do acting, I do singing, I do it all, like just to like break out that cycle, you know, because
Correct.
you don't always want to be at home. I mean, being at home is good, but at the same time, you gotta find yourself. You gotta find what you like. You see what I'm saying? So
Because you know, once you take yourself out of that comfort zone, you see how much stuff you can accomplish, and all your mind become become less distracted. You get what I mean? Because once you're at home and you lay down, you started your mind is so all over the place. You know, you're thinking about all these stuff, and you know you don't want to be having this.
to be honest, guys, like we can talk about this all day long.
Correct.
But it's just keywords, you know, find a distraction, do a good deed, try to have that positive energy. That's all we try to get you to understand. Because, you know, like I said, this can go on forever. And, you know.
But my challenge, because I'm really sick, but my challenge towards everyone who's watching this, and for those who are about to be on this with us, just find somewhere you can go and find the peace in yourself.
And if you want to be on the next episode, come talk to us. We get that.
And as I said, this is Let Us Talk for Real.
Jeffrey.
I'm just swallowing my pride, I'm cracking and smiling, dying inside. I'm so close, I'm trying to hide.